Sarin is a nerve agent. It's a chemical warfare agent that was really developed as a pesticide in the 30s. Almost every major chemical weapons program in the last century used sarin as one of their agents. On the battlefield, the idea was to deploy it in large quantities using artillery, rockets, or missiles in order to create a thick cloud. So the idea is you would use something like a battery of Soviet BM-21s to saturate an area with chemical weapon shells. We've seen reports that the Islamic State may have captured some facilities that formerly housed Libyan chemical weapons program sites. The problem is, though, with that, number one, the coalition bombed those sites pretty heavily, during their action there. Number two, after the shooting ended, the Americans and other intelligence agencies were in there buying up certain classes of weapons, for example, manpads. And I'm certain that if there were any remnants of the Libyan chemical or even their nuclear weapons program, those intelligence agents were also trying to purchase those. So the possibility or probability that any of those assets remain untouched is pretty slim. As I previously mentioned, an agent like sarin is meant to be used in large quantities to create really an effective dosage that's going to impact people. What we've seen in the past with the terrorist use of agents like sarin is that it's very difficult to administer lethal doses. Perhaps the best example of that was Aum Shinrikyo's use of sarin gas in the Tokyo subways in 1995. But certainly we've seen sarin used in other places, and it's just very difficult, to use it in a terrorist attack as opposed to a battlefield application. The other part with sarin specifically is it's very volatile. So anything that was mixed previously is probably not very strong by now. But even if the Islamic State was able to find the precursors and mix some new sarin today, transporting sufficient quantities of that agent to the West would be difficult, as would be finding a way to administer it in a large dose to a large number of people. When we really look at the cost-benefit analysis of chemical warfare terrorist attacks, they're very difficult to pull off. It's much more cost efficient and much more effective just to simply use weapons or small bombs. So it's really our belief that in the long term, we're much more likely to see the Islamic State attack the West with armed assaults or small bombings than we are chemical warfare attacks.